Well. So you're thinking about buying a new construction home here in Middle Tennessee. Trust me, I get it. There are so many advantages to buying a new home. In fact, I have always lived in new construction homes. We've never bought a home that was owned by somebody else. I think it's really nice to be able to move in a house that's clean and never lived in. I think it's nice to have the warranty. I like the fact that you can pick out your floor plan, your upgrades, and your finishes. It's just, to me, an amazing experience, and I love living in newer homes. But over the years, as I've helped more and more of you purchase new homes, I'm starting to see a trend in certain things that people are always surprised about. Things that the builder doesn't tell you before you buy that home. So that's why in today's video, I'm going to talk about 6 things that builders don't tell you when purchasing a new construction home. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about is those MLS listings that builders post. They use the MLS as a way to advertise homes. And almost 85-90% of the time, the home isn't actually started yet. And sometimes I feel like that can kind of trick people a little bit. They see a listing and there might even be a picture of the home from another neighborhood, or it's a stock photo, and I'll get a call from someone. They're like, I love that home. I want to get that house. And then when I look deeper into it, it says to be completed, and it's like a year later. Builders use the MLS and those listings as a way to draw you in. They use those as a way to advertise, to get you to call and to inquire about their products so they can sell you on them. So just know to look at that and look for a to be completed date. They normally do have that there on the listing, although it's kind of hard to see, and if you're not looking at listings all the time, you probably miss it. Okay, number 2 has to do with those same MLS listings. Most of the time, the price that they have for those homes that aren't yet started is just the base price. So you might see a price that says $500,000 for a 5-bedroom home here in Williamson County. Just remember, that most likely doesn't include lot premiums. It doesn't include any structural upgrades that you'd like to make, such as a covered patio or adding a 3rd bathroom or 4th bathroom. And it also doesn't include your selections that you're going to make when you go to the design center. All those items right there can cost $150,000, $200,000 more than that base price. Now, not every builder does that, but many of them do. So when you see a price that seems too good to be true for a new construction home that isn't started yet, just know that not all the costs are factored into that price. The third thing I want to talk about is the deposit required by the builder. If you're looking at a higher end home, meaning $700,000 or more, they're probably going to require around a 10% deposit. Now, this can vary across the board. Some builders will only require $5,000, some say $10,000, and some say 10%. Just know that a lot of times this deposit is negotiable, especially if it's a large number, like 10% of $1 million price point. That's $100,000, and a lot of times they're willing to negotiate that deposit amount. So if for some reason you're a little bit stretched thin for cash and making that deposit, just know that there's a good chance that we can at least get the builder to agree to take that payment in installments, or just reduce it overall and be less of a deposit. All right, the fourth thing is probably one of the things that surprises people the most, and that is that builders aren't going to give you a firm closing date until about 30 to 45 days out. That's because there are just so many things that can alter the course of that build. They might be waiting on a specific tile, there might be lights, it might fail an electrical inspection for some reason and they can't get the certificate of occupancy. There are just so many different reasons for that. They will not give you a firm date until about 30 to 45 days out. That can be really hard for people that are trying to plan selling an existing home or plan a move from out of state. So just know going in, you have got to have a little bit of flexibility when it comes to that closing date. They'll normally give you a rough time frame and they will come very close to that, but I still think you need to go into it having flexibility and knowing you most likely won't get a firm closing date until about 30 to 45 days out. All right, the fifth thing that I think is very surprising to a lot of you is the builder doesn't actually have to have the home 100% complete by closing. Now, I know what you're saying. Wait, what are you talking about, Matt? Yes, they have to have it where it's in a move-in condition and they can actually get their certificate of occupancy. But if there is a list of punch items that they haven't completed yet, they don't have to have those items done by closing. I'll see people where they say, well, fine, if they don't fix that door or paint that or adjust that hinge, then I'm not closing. But if you read the fine print in the contract, there almost always is some verbiage in that contract that says the builder might have some items that need to be completed after closing and that you still have to close. That's a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow, but I just want you to be aware of that. So if there's a punch list on the day of closing of things not yet completed, don't be surprised. That happens more often than you think, and most of the time, the builder will come back and fix those items and take care of it, but I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Okay, the final and sixth thing that I want to talk about is lot premiums. I feel like lot premiums are absolutely getting out of control. More often than not, I'm seeing builders charge crazy numbers for lots that shouldn't even have a premium. It's starting to be a load of BS to me, and they're just trying to get extra profit from buyers. It is not uncommon now in a low-end neighborhood for there to be $20,000 and $30,000 lot premiums. And I'm telling you guys, a lot of times these lots, you're gonna look at it and go, what? Like it'll have the smallest line of trees in the background and then some like factory behind those trees. And they're like, oh, it's a tree-lined backyard, so that's a $30,000 lot premium. I wish they would just add that to the price of the home instead of calling it a lot premium, because it throws a lot of people off. So just be aware when you're out looking at homes and you see a nice lot and that's the one you want to choose, it's most likely going to have a hefty lot premium on it. All right, guys, I hope you found this helpful. Once again, my name is Matt Bogosian. I'm a real estate agent right here in Middle Tennessee. If you're thinking about moving here to Tennessee and you would like help with your home purchase, go to www.workwithmatt.com and schedule a quick 15-minute phone consultation so we can discuss your options, what your needs are, and help you find the right house. And if you don't want to talk on the phone, I completely understand. Shoot me a text at 615-270-9604 and we can just begin communicating through text and take it from there. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.